Of course, Mick Malloy and Marty Sheezel are talking about a couple of blokes who'll be lining up alongside Ben Cunnington this week in what promises to be a really emotional outing for the North Melbourne Footy Club. They are part of the club's future. Please make them welcome Harry Sheezel and George Wardlaw, everybody.
Hello, boys.
I know, you've got to wear the club-issued polo, but disappointing you didn't come in with the flannies on, fellas, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. We feel,
good.
Feel out of place.
Firstly, thanks for staying up. Too.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Way past your
I don't think I've ever felt so old. I don't even know how to talk to you blokes.
Thanks for coming by. We really appreciate it. What was that? You were there today? What did it mean?
Yeah, that was the other day. It was unbelievable to hear that.
Yeah.
Pretty emotional, but yeah, he's been a champion of the club. And yeah,
what's he mean to you as a young player at that club?
Yeah, he's been great. Just the person he is, like, he's the most humble bloke ever. Doesn't want any of the fame or anything. He just goes about his business, and yeah, he's been great and helping us young kids as well.
Jai was emotional.
Yeah, I think he's been a big part of Jai's journey.
Yeah.
So I was sitting next to Jai and it was pretty emotional sitting next to him.
Making you nervous watching him cry?
No, it was all right.
There you go. It's beautiful. They're in touch.
You were nervous about it, weren't you?
Yeah, you can say.
I was nervous.
They're in touch with their inner emotions these days.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They're a bit different.
Because you're an emotional shell.
Yeah, it's because I'm dead inside, Phil.
Well, that's what happens when your footy team's lost 18.
You know, I did a little bit of digging. You know, 18 in a row is not the worst that North have done. In 1930, they lost 35 in a row. Between 1930 and 1935,
Something
I think.
like that. Yeah.
That's an entire war.
33 to 35. That was in between the wars too, Mick.
Hey, Georgie, I know you're working on your hamstrings at the start of the year. Harry, you were all part of this. It started beautifully. There's Clarko's on board. You've got the master coaches come on board. You win your first couple.
Look at this.
The start of the year was the atmosphere around the place at this stage must have been really positive.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good start to the year. We probably thought it was going to keep going, but obviously hasn't. But hopefully...
Well, these were the good days when you went back to back.
Yeah. I was 2-0, but...
2-0, you must have been thinking, what a club.
Georgie, you're working on your hamstrings at this stage, weren't you? Because you came in with...
How are you? We need to know, because these are important hamstrings we're talking about.
So I spent the last 3 weeks on the sidelines watching on, but I'm happy that on Saturday I'll be playing again, which is good.
And you're in this week, of course. You're going to be part of it, which is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding.
Great to see you back. Great to see you wearing black boots. Great. I didn't know they still existed.
Yeah, I know.
How good is it?
And it keeps the arm and leg hair. He's not a shaved down merchant, George Wardlaw, which is fantastic.
The contrast
I got hair.
Harry?
But I have...
Don't even talk about it.
I have heard, George, that you've got no pubic hair. Is it?
You don't have to answer that. You don't have to.
I'm going to move it on.
OK, move it on, Mick.
OK. Hey, I wanted to talk about... It's your first full season, the pre-season. I know you got off to a flyer, but it's high surprise given the intensity of your pre-season, which didn't seem that hard. What's going on there?
Oh, just a bit of team bonding.
I thought someone must have misheard and you were trying to pass your percussion test.
Yes, mate. Yes.
What was that all about? Just a bonding exercise. So you're down the beach and you just get out the colander.
Yeah.
and start tapping away.
Yeah, we were in Torquay then, but I actually didn't make it to the activity. I got lost. So.
What do you mean you got lost?
We were riding in the bushes somewhere, and I didn't make it. Yeah.
None of that sounds right, mate.
This sounds like a police interview.
You made it eventually because you're here tonight and you're one of the favourites for the Rising Star. You put together a magnificent season, and we know, Georgie, you're going to get your legs right. Talk about one another. So, Harry, we'll have a look at your highlights. Says, George, what's the best thing about watching Harry Sheezel play his footy?
Stuff like that, really. Yeah, he can go forward, he can kick goals, he can play anywhere on the field, which is super rare these days. And I think, especially Clarko, who's made use of it. He's played pretty much every position on the field. So.
And Harry, what about this bloke? He's what we've seen is pretty exciting.
Yeah, he's like the definition of a beast. Just loves the contested ball. can tackle anyone. Yeah, he's just a fierce competitor and love playing with him.
And will you be a black boot boy for the whole career? Is this your go, do you reckon?
I think so. I've worn it for a while now, but I've been recently training in the fluoro Nikes, so I'm
Yeah, you
not
stole my
sure.
boots.
You've changed, mate.
I've stolen.
Don't go too far down that road. Clarko's nominated you as one of the big reasons why he's returned to coaching. Here he is here.
It was funny, it was like a light bulb came on for me when George Wardlaw played against Essendon. And it was just like, geez, I want to be involved in this kid's career.
It's not a lot of pressure on you, mate.
That is fantastic.
Not a lot of pressure. And interestingly, you didn't get a mention, Harry.
No, he said the light went out when he saw Harry.
That's not true. Having said that, apparently your old man's a bit of a rap for George, is that right?
Yeah, no, bigger fan of George than he is of me.
That's bad parenting, by the way.
Yeah, no, I played against George for years now in like junior footy as well, and Dad always loved him. And George won all the league BNF. So
Harry, I want to show you a photo. This is, of course, Buddy Franklin.
Yeah.
Now, who's the little fatty with him?
That's the little kid from Hey Dad.
Is that you?
yeah, it is.
Is that you? Do you remember that?
No, I don't. I think I was like 3 or 4 back then. But it's pretty funny because when we played them recently, he came up to me after the game and he's like, "You're a lot bigger now."
There you are.
There you are.
Look at that.
So he actually remembered you?
Yeah, I reckon I was a bit bigger back then, to be honest.
I reckon it's fantastic seeing, fans of players get to meet their heroes and share these moments. And you'll have that photo of you and Bud together for the rest of your life, haven't you?
Well, like the one that your beautiful wife, Emma, has of when she met a fan. When she says your wife, Emma, and there's Gary Ayres in what I'm calling a meeting of terrible mullets. Now, you brought that in tonight. You keep that on the fridge?
I didn't bring that in. She was about 12 years old at the time. And, she was a bit of a nuffy back then. But isn't it great?
Andy, you've got to go home tonight.
No, but...
Guess who's staying at my place?
She was... a magnificent, nuffy fan, I mean. And it's great. She's gone on to be... No, you can start there and drink.
All right. I would leave that there.
She's now gone on to be the #1 ticket holder of the Hawthorn Football Club and the mother of my 3 children. So I love her dearly and I'm very proud of her. So well done, Em.
All right, you fixed it.
Did I get out of that all right? George, did I get out of that all right?
Oh, I hope so.
Thank you. So do I. Hey, Essendon this week, the old traditional rival for you. You'll have a lot of great clashes against the Bombers for the next 10 or 15 years, you two blokes. May there be nothing but blue skies in front of you. It's been a joy to have you on the show.
Your guns.
Harry Sheezel and George Wardlaw, 2 of the stars of the future of the North Melbourne Footy Club. Great double act there, going to be